Okay guys, welcome back. Today's video, we are putting together a 4020. So a couple nights ago, we split this tractor behind us and got the old engine tore out and got a new one sitting up here. Jake rebuilt it a while ago, probably a couple weeks ago at this point, and he's gonna tell us why we're doing this in the first place.
This is the latest version of the 404 that was put into a 4020. Several different variations. This is a 72 model Powershift 4020. It had the wrong block in it when we got it. It's from a 6970. So to make everything correct, we put the latest model block in it. Rebuilt this engine from the ground up. We put an M&W turbo on it, M&W oil pan, rebuilt injection pump, new injectors. The oil pump on this engine is driven off the camshaft. So the camshaft has to be timed to the crank, and the oil pump has to be timed to the cam. The cam, or the oil pump rather, then drives the injection pump, or on a gasoline version, the distributor. So you might say timing is everything on this engine.
Can you show us what's different about the 6970 block versus the 7172 block?
Yeah, the 6970 got a flange over here on this side. Ooh. Where the ventilator pump would have been on the old style 4020s, the 64 to 68. And then they also added these bosses on here for a air conditioning compressor. The earlier version didn't have that. So by 71, 72, the option of the cabin air conditioner was becoming more common.
Okay, so on that block over here, it'd be that flange down there.
If that was an older block, it would have had the hole right here for the ventilator pump.
No, that's right, yeah. Okay, so our plan is to get this thing back together and running today?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Yep. On a Powershift transmission, the transmission pump is right here behind this plate. Supplies oil to the main hydraulic pump and lubricates the transmission. We resealed that pump last night. Had a little leak coming down here. Had a little bit of oil in the clutch housing. Powershift is slightly easier to install the engine because there's only a single spline here. On a Synchro range, there'd be another shaft back here with the spline for the PTO. On this particular Powershift, or on all Powershifts, the PTO clutch is on the back side of the front Powershift pack. So the clutch is farther back on a Powershift than it would be on a Synchro range. A lot of spring pressure there.
Okay, got her put back together. We're just buttoning up a couple things. Alternator's on, top radiator hose on. We're waiting on this hose right here. Jake's going to get it. Hydraulic lines are all hooked up here. Fuel line's on. Our tack cable is on. Just waiting on a couple things. There's going to be an oil filter set up right here. It's going to bolt on right here. and that will run oil from the block to the turbo up here, and then we have to make a drain line for that as well. My project right now is making this piece out of sheet metal. It's a little hard to see, but it is a shield that'll go, it'll slide back into here farther. It'll bolt up right here, I believe, right here. And I think this one, or this one, I don't know off the top of my head, but it's a shield to go in between the cold side and the exhaust manifold to keep the intake temperature a little bit lower. So we'll go ahead, we'll make this guy, throw it on, and we should be starting here in a couple minutes. Jake put brake-in oil in it, got the starter on too. The fuel tank should be ready to go. Need to get some coolant in here, and we're getting there. It's always nice when you can use scraps from around the shop. So we're going to use this old piece of something, probably off of a bin or something that's galvanized. And I can't find a Sharpie, so I'm stuck using chalk. Those two go in there. And this notch here is for a pyrometer, but there's no hole for one right now, so that's for later. Okay, Jake got our bracket made for the oil filter, got our shield back in there, all of our hoses on, cooler hose, that last intake pipe there, and a couple fuel lines, hydraulic hoses and stuff to supply the turbo with oil. So we should be ready to fire now.
Pump's fine.
This isn't hooked up, or it's not.
It's not right. It's way out of adjustment.
This works.
Yeah. This needs to be tightened right here.
And this guy was leaking. There wasn't a gasket for it, but we swapped out with the other pump. Sweet. Okay, so the 4020 project went pretty good. It started up not too bad. It started up easier than the 4230 when we built that one. So we're happy with that. An injector was loose, we tightened that. There was that fuel leak on the pump, tightened that. New gasket and all that. So that turned out really good. But I got one more thing to show you guys. So this morning, it's Sunday right now. This morning, we got our Steiger primered. So let's take a look. Here it is. We used a high build primer to kind of fill in any small pits or scratches that Didn't get taken out by the sander. Left the stack on. We have new exhaust elbows coming for this, so we can just use the top clamp and run chrome pipes up from there. Got the engine taped off. These hubs will be the Steiger red that was on these first generation Steigers in the barn find, the barn Steigers. This all opened up. There will be a grill here as well, and that'll also be that old Steiger red. We got a 4230 project here. I'm not really sure what that's doing. Here's the hood for the Steiger, battery box over there, and yeah, not too bad. Got our wires run for our lights in the back. Got a little dent that we forgot about, or a bend. We'll get that figured out, and we should be good here soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's see. If you saw the last video, we are having our show in August, and if you haven't seen that video, it's up here in the top somewhere. I hope you guys watched that. We also have a website. It's called 100yearsofhorsepower.com. I'm working on updating that with all the information that you guys want and that I've been hearing a lot about. Just to clear up a couple things, camping, this will all be on the website, but just to say it now, camping is still primitive, so bring your own generator and water, but we're also going to have showers there through the porta potty company. They also do showers where they have hot water heaters and all that built into them. So we're gonna have 3 of those at the campsite. If you want to camp, bring your own camper. It's $35 a night. That's just so we can cover the shower cost, and we're also gonna have porta potties over there so you guys don't have to use your own water too much. I know if you have a wife, husband, kids, 4 people taking a shower a day, you're gonna run out of water. So we do have showers there. You'll have to reserve it through a number that's on the website. Not sure who that's gonna be yet. What else? There's a bunch of hotels nearby, so that's not a problem if you want to go that route. Let's see. Golf carts, $20 a day, or $20 whether it's a day or you're going to stay the whole weekend. So if you bring your own golf cart, it's $20. We do have a golf cart rental company that's going to be a part of the show. You have to reserve. We hope you reserve a golf cart through them if you don't have one. There will be a limited number of golf carts that aren't there for reservation, if that makes sense. So you're gonna have to call them. That'll also be on the website. I don't have the number off the top of my head. And admission is free. So I hope you check out the last video. That'll clear up a lot of things, what's gonna be there and what to do. Otherwise, check out 100yearsofhorsepower.com, and that should clear up everything else. And if you have another question that I didn't address, drop it down below and I'll see what I can do. So that's gonna be it. I will see you guys on the next one.